Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. This is a Muslimah's reflection. So today, I wanted to discuss the controversial topic of Islamic marriage versus the civil governmental marriage and which is better or whatever, however people, all these different narratives that are out there today. I wasn't even going to do a reflection today, but I just got to follow my spirit and it speaks. I find it so funny how people like to speak about things and they don't have enough understanding or knowledge or different about certain topics and subjects, right? And we tend to do that a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like, generally speaking, myself included. But I find it funny how we are just so stern with our narrative. And it reminds me of how we behave in Islam when it comes to Dalil and the hadiths and things like that, and our understanding or our interpretation or the interpretation of the scholars that we choose to follow. It kind of reminds me of those types of things. But that's not what I wanted to talk about. Today I wanted to drop a few gems real quick without giving too much. Because some of y'all need to be quiet unless you just know for sure. And that's just how I feel. Take it how you want to take it. You know what I'm saying? I really don't care. Anybody who know me know that I'm going to speak my mind, and that's why we on this reflection today. But let me say like this. Islamic marriage, if we think about history and historically, that's how everybody always got married before the government decided to come in and put their 2 cents in and get a piece of something, as they do with everything else historically. If you think about history, people did buy land, but not in this way that is going on. Sometimes you didn't even have to buy land. You could just be traveling somewhere and it's an empty, vacant land of acres of land, and you decide to build and captivate on it, so therefore it becomes your land. And people come and some people come and ask, can they be on your land? And then they may pay you for a piece of land, things of that nature, that caliber. Okay, you get the point of where the narrative is going. I hope so. Many of you should. We have knowledge. But so that's what you can describe as Islamic marriage. The civil marriage is what you can describe as, oh, I saw the Europeans decided to come to Africa, because they heard about the land thriving and cultivated, and they wanted a piece of that. And we all know how that turned out. Okay? So that's what you can call civil marriage in Western America. So I understand everybody want to be secure, but guess what? There's ways about going about doing it. You do not have to go and pay the government and be a part of a contract with the government, because the only covenant and contract that is between you, your spouse, and most importantly, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So let's get that clear. There's ways to go around doing that. Let me school you on a couple of ways. You can put your marriage on public record. How you do that is by putting your marriage in a newspaper, run it for a certain amount of time. You would then receive a certificate. You take that down to your county public record office. You get a stamp, and now that is your official, baby. You can even take your nikah contract and put it on public record. So you don't have to. Come on. Ooh, baby. Ooh, hit me. Because people like to run their mouth and they don't learn. And that's starting to piss me off. That's what's wrong with our black people. We talk so fucking much, excuse my French, and don't know and don't be learning shit. We hear, we think, we say. And that's the problem. That's the problem. That's why we can't unify, and amongst other things. But I just gave you a few little bit of Jews and examples real quick. You understand? And y'all so worried about securing this bag or getting your husband's riches when you die, but you ain't even worried about your own dang on riches. Let me school you real quick. You understand what I'm saying? Your birthrights, baby, is a bigger bag than your damn husband's legal stuff. You feel me? A bigger bag, if only you knew. But I'm going to leave you with that, because everybody knows something. Everybody know, and don't nobody else know, if you feel me.